skin tagged. I don't want to hear any more about that. Just
You
make this
don't like to
happen.
hear it?
Mm.
Yes.
Hey, Bible Star Show, this is Bob.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. Hey, everyone, this is Miles. Welcome to Static Radio.
Wow, that's a pretty high energy for you.
I know. I brought the energy.
You're
The
bringing
David
it.
Bowie.
You're bringing your Starman and all that. Wow.
Yeah, I want to blow your mind with Starman. There's a
Starman.
starman.
Yeah. Sounds like Vince Vaughn singing Starman.
Hey, you know, you got a starman in the sky, right?
That's probably close to Vince Vaughn as you've gotten.
Yeah, I know. That's a hard one.
You've been practicing all week on that one, I think.
I had to see someone else do it so then I can copy what they're doing. Because everyone does like Christopher Walken, and that's kind of easy to kind of like, oh, that's okay.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I cannot believe that is how you act.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like that.
Yeah.
But not many people do David Bowie.
Who was doing the Vince Vaughn impersonation?
He was on. I was watching the Bears game like a couple weeks ago, and he was on for some reason.
Oh, really? Well, he's Chicagoan, isn't he? Isn't he Chicago or something?
Yeah, he's all from Chicago. What are you talking about? Yeah, Cubs, Bears. You got all of them. Cubs, Bears,
that's what I thought.
Blackhawks. You got. I had to work on it. It's not ready yet.
You like the White Sox at all? No.
I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that yet.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're gonna jinx it. You're jinxing it.
Yeah. I don't want to really talk about that.
You're jinxing it, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Hello.
Hey, Miles, you ever have a birthday? You ever have a birthday party?
Not since I switched religions, no.
Oh. Well, you Jehovah's Witness now?
I didn't say which religion. I just said since I switched religions.
Okay. Okay. Now, we were sitting around here, and I've got set up on my television that it has a screensaver that goes into our old pictures and just kind of randomly pulls out pictures to show.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened to show my kids, at some of their birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, we were commenting on birthday parties and how they had themed birthday parties. So like, my son at one point was into Spider-Man. We had a Spider-Man, napkins and plates and everything. And, my daughter was into Maisie when she was little, and they had Maisie plate. And so my son's like, hey, did you ever have a themed birthday party? I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a themed birthday party, right?
Yeah.
He's like, really? Not even once? And I'm like, no. And my wife was like, she had strawberry shortcake and she had some other stuff when she was a kid.
Nope.
And everybody was making, fun of me because I didn't have anything, right?
No, I identify with you on this one 100%. I don't remember anything.
We never had nothing. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, I could be remembering wrong.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I'll call Grandma, my mother, and ask her about this.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She's such a sweet lady.
So I call my mom up and I'm like, Mom, did I ever have any, themed birthday parties like my kids did? And she's like, no. I'm like, why not? Why didn't I have a themed birthday party? And she's like, well, you were the only character we needed for your birthday party.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio. And I'm like, she's like, we had plates and we made a cake and then what do you want? What do you want? What more do you want?
We had hee haw and you were junior samples.
Yeah. She's like, you got some toys, She's like, what do you need all that for?
What is your mom, Larry David, or what?
Yeah,
what do you want? What?
Pretty much. And so my son's, I've got her on speakerphone, and so my son's laughing. Yeah. He's like, Grandma, nothing, not anything. She's like, no, why? Why would we do that? Why would we spend money on something like that?
Exactly.
And so my son makes fun of me, and he says that I grew up in a Soviet existence. Everything that I had done as a child is much like it was in the Soviet Union.
No, I would disagree with that.
Oh, you think so?
No, I could agree. I agree with you. No, I can't remember anything even close. It was like, hey, yeah, let's all.
No plates, no nothing. I mean, not anything.
No.
No
like
toys that were like everybody got a toy.
Some like homemade cake with like shitty frosting on there. It's probably about as close as you were gonna get to excitement in your birthday.
It was the Duncan Hines and
You're crapping out blue cake for the next week, It's like, okay.
Well, I always had chocolate cake, so it didn't matter. But I was just like, okay. Yeah. So I'm remembering correctly. That was my whole point, was that I was not mistaken in my remembrance of things.
Yeah.
And also in the fact that my mother was extremely cheap and fully admitted that she was not going to spend money in that way,
I think my parents came up through the Great Depression.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even trying to be funny here, and I'm just saying I think
they did. Did they really?
No, they did. Well, they're both born in the early 30s. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it was. I think it's just like, oh no. I mean, not to say that we didn't get presents and gifts or whatever, but I'm just saying it was like, oh, let's have some lavish,
My kids had a Build-A-Bear birthday party where they went to Build-A-Bear. Everybody got a bear.
Nope, that would not have happened.
Well, I know that didn't happen. I told there's only one birthday, only one birthday party. I mean, other than like family type stuff, only one party where I had friends and things that I can remember.
Yeah.
And for some reason, on my brother's 10th birthday, and then on my 10th birthday, we got to have a pizza party. So my brother went to, I remember it vividly, my brother went to Shakey's. You remember there's Shakey's pizza?
I heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, he went to Shakey's with his friends, and then I went to Monocle's with my friends. Because there was no Shakey's at that point. It was out of business. So.
Right.
But I like Monocle's better anyway. But anyway, yeah. And then he had like maybe twice as many people at his birthday than I did.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, at that point they were cutting back and weren't going to let me have. He had like 10 kids and I had like 5 kids or something. It was something weird.
Birthdays were family only.
Oh, really? No. That was the only time. Every other time it was pretty much just family. So.
Yep, family only. If you're not blood related, you probably weren't going to get in the door. Yeah. Pretty much.
I just was like, oh, how interesting. I mean, we paid for all these bratty children, to have something, and
yeah.
I was just like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm bitter about it or anything. I kind of knew the lay of the land pretty early in my life, and
if you didn't know any different, though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm getting a cake and a couple gifts. Cool.
Yeah, I was happy enough. Whatever.
Yeah, I was happy. I mean, I didn't know any different, and be like, oh, I don't know. I guess I'm not getting, My Pretty Pony party or something.
My Pretty Pony party.
Yeah, whatever.
And then my son always asked me, like if you. I love to watch these. Like, there's a show called The Toys That Made America or something that's on a documentary show. Mm-hmm. Love to watch it and watching about Star Wars toys. Dad, did you have any Star Wars toys? No,
Nope.
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 My friend Eric had a bunch of them, and I
Yeah.
played over at his house.
You'd steal his stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He had all the good stuff, and then I had nothing. So
You know
yeah.
how I smuggled R2D2 out of Eric's house?
Up my ass. he had the whole
Yeah.
I mean, if he
Yeah.
still had him, they'd probably be worth some money to him. He had the whole first set, what I mean? I think he even
Yeah.
got the Christmas card deal where they didn't have them ready yet and everything. I think he got all
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
I knew a kid that had that, and he got razzed so bad
The
for having
cardboard.
that. I mean, no, he had like all the figures. This is like early 80s.
Really?
Very
No.
early 80s, yeah. I remember people razzing this kid. He probably
Now
just
they're
threw them all
worth.
away.
Yeah, now they're worth a bundle.
Yeah.
But we played with him, and I'd go over and play his Star Wars guys.
I think all I had was like a giant Darth Vader. I think my sister bought it for me. He
Oh,
was
really?
like,
I don't know. Nothing.
he's like 10 inches tall, maybe, or something.
I know you're gonna roll your eyes, but I had Tops. I think it was Tops. Bubblegum cards for Star Wars. I had only probably about a dozen of them.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 packs. I still had them in the fire, and they got destroyed.
Wow, man, really?
With
Holy
stickers.
shit.
With stickers. They were all.
I have to,
Yeah.
those were pretty cool back in the day, though. You know.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's all I could get. I mean that was as close as I got to
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. And
I know.
And
Of course,
yeah,
you're
I still had them. I still had them until
You're so broke. You're like, oh, these are like 75 cents a piece. I don't even
Right.
have any money. Yeah.
Right. I don't even know. I can't remember how I acquired them, but I did get them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 packs or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Got like 4 or 5 cards and a sticker in each one. But
Yeah.
I kept them all these years. And anyway.
Wow. No
If
kidding.
I had one regret, it was that those were lost. So. Yeah.
Oh man, wow, that sucks.
But that was as close to the phenomena of the day as
Yeah.
I ever got with with stuff. But it was just anyway. It's just kind of funny talking about it, and then it was even funnier with my mother. Totally being we're not going to buy that. Why would I buy that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. I know the mindset. I know it.
Enjoy your retirement, mother. Yeah. So
yeah, nice house.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I just think it's funny.
I know we talked about this a long time ago, but it was always like Christmas time was it was usually practical gifts.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Flippers, house coat,
Yep. Socks.
pajamas, socks
and underwear.
underwear. Yes, it was very maybe a wallet if you were lucky. You'd get a wallet.
A
belt. Yes, it was all very practical. That was like the grandparents. I mean, God bless them, but they even like, wow, a fire truck. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. No, it's not.
I only had one grandfather growing up that was acknowledged, but anyway, he always gave money.
Yeah,
he would go to the bank and get those cards that had the window for the president's face to fit in.
Yeah.
And then he gave all the grandkids money, or everybody. He gave everybody money. He just had like this big wad of those things, and he would come around. Him, my grandma, and he'd start handing out envelopes with money in them.
My one grandma, everyone got $10, whether you were an asshole or whatever you were.
Right.
But everyone was happy. Like, okay, cool. Because I never had any money. I had like zero money. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take $10. But that was pretty cool. Well, of course, she had a lot of grandkids, though. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, so
there's probably about 12 grandkids. So I figure it's $120 right there. Yeah, $120 right there.
Well, he gave money to my parents and everything too, so everybody got an envelope. You get an envelope. Yeah. I was always like, "This is great."
Yeah.
And then
at the time, it probably was pretty cool. Like, wow, it was pretty damn cool.
I'm like, but And I don't know. It's just funny. She's just
Yeah.
She's just kooky. Kooky
That you're living
mom
really
doesn't
cool.
gonna spend any money on anything. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'd get toys, but they always seem like off-brand toys.
oh yeah. I had
Like
had Micronauts. Do you remember what Micronauts were?
I know the name. It was like I don't know,
Yeah.
some little characters or
I didn't
something.
get Star Wars. I got Micronauts, which were basically a
No.
knockoff. They were like supposed to be these robots, but they were just basically cheap knockoff things.
I had like an Ertl truck, dump truck.
Yeah.
And I had some kind of fire truck.
Oh.
No, not Tonka.
Yeah.
Not Tonka. And I had some fire truck you could actually hook a hose to,
Oh, really?
a garden hose to, and it would squirt out like the the arm thing that lifts up there.
Right. Yeah, the ladder.
Ladder, yeah.
Did they let you do that though? Because at my house, you would not have been able to use the hose.
I don't even know what happened to that. I don't know. It must have broke or something.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, I don't know. Things quietly disappear when I grew up. You know, I look back, I'm like, wow, what happened to all those cool shirts I had? I'm like, oh shit, what happened to them?
Throw them away.
They all got thrown away quietly, like.
They all smelled like shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The good old days.
The good old days.
The good old days. Were you? I was like, when I was old enough, I was in charge of doing the lighting outside too. I'm pretty proud of that. So.
For like Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay for lighting, for Christ's sake.
Oh. No, I mean, not that we had a lot. But...
You got the moon every once in a while. That's about it.
No, come on.
No.
Yeah, really? You guys didn't put up any lights or
decorations.
anything?
No.
I mean, we didn't have a lot, but yeah, I was the only one that would do it. Like, okay, I'll do it.
We had some decorations inside, but not anything outside. No.
Yeah.
And then they all had to be turned off all the time. I'm turning off all these Christmas lights.
Who wants to see that crap going?
24 hours a day.
We always had like really old looking ones too. Like, I mean, they look like, I don't know how old these things look like. They were like from the 40s and 50s or something like these things. I'm like, wow, these are really old. I think my mom probably still has these somewhere, I'm sure, but they just, they had that look like they were really freaking old. Like, God.
All covered in electrical tape.
Yeah. We had bubble lights. You ever have bubble lights?
Oh, no, that was too fancy. Are you kidding me?
Yes. We were rich. Yes, we had bubble lights.
Yeah, we were lucky to have like half a strand that worked.
What's that look?
Bubble lights?
You got all the shitty toys.
Well, I don't know. They weren't shitty toys. They were just off-brand toys.
They were cheap toys.
They were just, I'm not sure where they got these toys at. I just don't know, but...
Pravdamart.
It's not quite G.I. Joe. It's something else, but it looks just like G.I. Joe.
Army Pete. That was from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I didn't get a G.I. Joe. I got an Army Pete.
An Army Pete.
Yeah.
My dad got me a little soldier's art uniform. I used to wear that.
Oh, that sounds like pretty high end there.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that I didn't get anything. I got stuff, but it wasn't like name brand stuff. I don't think it was like.
Basically, you didn't realize that you just were wearing like an old Boy Scout uniform with some tough skins.
Pretty much, yeah. I think the brand was just as good as, I think is what it was called. Just as good
just as good as.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah.
But but my mom proved in my family's eyes, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that anything that I say about that is probably true. So they won't believe.
Did your mom buy your clothes?
To what point?
Like, let's just say into your early 20s.
No, I mean except in the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my mom did. Yeah, I never bought my own clothes.
Oh no! Play your little violin here. I started working when I was 11 years old in the summers.
Oh, I didn't.
And I worked every summer until I was 16, and then I worked someplace.
Yeah.
After that, and then once that happened, then I pretty much bought my own stuff, unless it was a holiday thing, and then I would get a pair of jeans and the shirts and stuff. But
yeah,
or birthdays, or birthdays. Then I get clothes and whatnot, and older birthdays. So
getting your button fly,
but not like back to school or anything like that. This is gonna sound this is gonna sound worse than it really was, but I was when I was probably, I don't know, 11 or 12 years old. My mom had to do something. I don't know if she had jury duty or something, and I had to hang out with my friend Eric's his mom, right, and his family for the day. Mm-hmm. And they would go back to school shopping, and that was the day they were doing it, and they went to the places that you would go. And I still remember this so vividly. I thought it was like the best thing that could ever happen. So I'm with my friend and his mom, and they're trying on clothes and picking out clothes, and I'm just standing around, because I'm stuck. Yeah. Because I'm a little kid. His mom bought me a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Wow.
Yeah, at the store, because my friend was going to get one. And she goes, little Bob, would you like to have one? I'm like, yeah. And so I had a Roger Staubach, kind of little kid jersey. And that to this day, I cannot forget. It was like the best day. I could not believe.
Oh man!
Something was purchased just for me, even though I was just tagging along.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is incredible. And then my mom was so mad. She was like, did you ask for this? No.
I begged for it, Mom. I didn't ask.
Are you sure? No, I didn't even say anything. She just offered and got it for me. Yeah. Number 10 jersey. So, And to this day, it's like, she could not have any, for her, it was just another thing and probably a couple $100 worth of clothes at the time. But for me, it's like, I cannot forget it. It's so ingrained in my mind as this this superior act of kindness.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean that doesn't happen often. Yeah, it's like, wow.
My mom, I would have never in a million years bought me this because it's so impractical.
Right, like where would you wear that at?
Yeah, where are you gonna do? Where are you gonna wear that to play? We have 100 play clothes. They're all your brother's old clothes. Yeah,
you've got to go to work in the salt mine pretty soon,
That's
so you can't wear it.
You're almost 11,
so you gotta get a job.
But it wasn't that bad. But I remember that, and I can remember it like happening. It's so crazy in your mind how you sock these things away. I can visualize the store. I can see it on the rack. I can see it getting purchased. You know, and we all walked out of there, and I actually had a bag to carry, which was amazing. So,
wow, congrats, man, Johnny Hustle.
So nice to me.
What an angel! What a sweet lady.
She was, yeah. So I mean,
really nice.
It still is.
Cool story. No, that's a cool story.
But the impact was it's lasted this whole time, and it's like I'm trying to think of now. The cheapness in me will come out, but I've bought. We take my kids' friends places and buy them food. And I'm trying to think if I've ever bought them anything that, like that. But I think we have. But again, like you said, to her it probably was, inconsequential.
Yeah.
But to me it was something.
Sure, that's probably
we've taken kids with us on to little trips and stuff, so and paid for everything. So it's but it's just weird how whenever you're in a certain age at a certain time and so forth, how these things can impact your life so greatly.
Right.
Even if and I remember I prized that stupid thing. It was like. But I remember my mom was kind of mad. She's kind of irked.
You're never gonna see your friend Eric again.
That's right. You can't be begging for them to buy you stuff. I didn't beg. I swear I didn't beg.
You're gonna go to the steel mill with your friend Rudy and make steel.
That's right. You're going to go with Rudy. You're going to go with Rudy.
I don't care if you're 11. Quit crying.
Quit crying, kid.
Yeah. Wow.
No, but
that's really neat.
yeah, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? So strange.
Yeah. It's funny how like you're more. It's so cool like when you're like a kid and something like that happens because it when you're an adult, someone said, "Hey, here's an old jersey. You have this," and you'd be like,
Yeah.
But it just I don't know that innocence as a kid, it's just like wow, that's
wow. It was almost. Yeah. I mean that I don't think that commercial was out yet, but it's like Mean Joe Green, gives you the jersey.
Yeah, I remember I go to I didn't go to many sporting things, but like you'd go like inside a stadium or something like wow,
Yeah.
Like that feeling like damn, nowadays you don't get that feeling like yeah.
Yeah. The just another weird little memory here was my aunt, who unfortunately was a raging alcoholic most of her life. But anyway, that's beside the point. One of the things that I remember that she did was
you can have my token. This is my 1 year token.
That's my 1 year. Yeah, you take it because I'm going to be losing it here in about 5 seconds.
Drunk.
We went. I forget why we were there, but we were over in Champaign-Urbana, University of Illinois, and I went with her and her then husband. She was married several times, so that may account for some of the alcoholism. But somehow, her husband at the time, we got to go into the television station, and he arranged a tour just for us.
Hey, I got a guy.
Yeah,
I got a guy.
And we're in there, and then they're like, "Oh, and here's the news desk," and
sit down.
Exactly. I sat, and the guy, nobody's going to remember this, but his name was Jerry Slabe, was the news reader at the time there, and I sat in Jerry Slabe's chair, and it was the hilarious thing was for me as a kid, I was probably 12 or 13. Was that the back of the news desk was like the shittiest looking thing. It was like you could see all the wood, and then the chairs were all crap.
Yeah, right.
You wouldn't like this, but Jerry Slade was a Packers fan, and he had a Packers bumper sticker on his chair. And the underneath of the desk had nails coming out of it. It was all so terrible looking.
Jesus.
Well, it was constructed because it was one of these big, non pieces of furniture that they just created and put carpet over because it was that time of where everything was carpeted.
That green indoor outdoor.
Put the logo on the front of it, and I was like, from the front side looked really good. From the back side, it looked like like your failed shop project or something. I'm like, oh my Lord.
That's how people describe me sometimes.
A failed shop project?
Yeah, from the front, pretty good, in the back.
That's. Unfortunately.
Or no, it's the reverse. It's the reverse.
I don't think any angle on you is going to be. The good angle is no angle, as they say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, me sitting, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just listening to you is good. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, some fond childhood memories of growing up poor in Central Illinois.
Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, wah.